Hey, what's up everybody? We're going to go over 5 other tips I don't see anyone else really talking about or doing. This is just based off of how I personally play the game and my gaming background. But let's just jump right into it. Island life tip number 1, harvesting. When you first start off receiving your island, it's full of trees, and actually one of the first things they tell you is to chop them down, plant some pretty flowers, make the island look nice. This is all on your road to becoming a 3-star island. What I did instead was plant more fruit trees of each kind and began harvesting wood. Daily I'll just shake trees before chopping it with a stone axe, and I'll do this for a couple of reasons. Shaking trees is going to net you a couple hundred bells a day. From my experience, you'll also receive at least 2 pieces of furniture daily. You'll also be saving yourself from getting swarmed by wasps, or by always having a net out you'll be ready to catch and sell. Aside from being ready to craft, most importantly is the hot item of the day. I've sold crafted items that only took a couple pieces of wood to make that sold for over 2k or more a piece. This is all already from my gathered resources from my daily tasks. On a side note, this gathering method is also going to help you speed up in unlocking the golden axe. Now, I'm going to link a video down below in the description that explains in detail how to use the flimsy axe to unlock the golden axe. Island life tip number 2, plan before spending. This goes for your Nook miles, bells, and material. Most of the time I see people jump into an island layout that they end up not even liking, or it just doesn't work out for them anymore. I see players waste tons of materials, Nook miles, and bells for furniture just to rush their island to unlock terraforming. If that's what you're going for, that's great, but I'd definitely recommend to plan before spending. Before building bridges, before building inclines, you don't want to pay to relocate a bunch of crap that you could have got right with some patience. This is going to save you tons of bells and Nook miles in the long run, to be honest. Island life tip number 3, save bugs and fish for Flick and CJ. Especially the most valued ones, like you could literally pay off your house loans by selling them. As you can see here, I'm not even selling a full night's run of insects, and I'm still going to be able to pay off my house loan. Now, we're just going to sell the bugs you see here on the screen, then we're going to run off and pay this house off. Now, this is probably one of the most talked about tips on the list, but it's so vital, so important, such a great way to make early game bells, so you could then invest into turn-ups, into furniture, and trade with players on the community. It's just such a great tip that I couldn't leave off the list. Island life tip number 4, use social media. Use Twitter, use Twitch, use Discord, use whatever the hell you have to use to connect with people in this community, because they're everywhere and they're super helpful, at least most. One of the greatest things about Animal Crossing is the community, so definitely link with them. It's going to help you get a lot of sales, a lot of trades, turnip prices, and everything you need. You want to work together. You want to find at least a small group of people from each hemisphere that you could work with. It's going to pay off quickly, and it's actually one of the best parts about the game, helping each other out to reach each other's goals. As I'm doing here with a friend of mine I met off of Twitter not long ago. Now, there's actually an IOU from a previous trade we did. I promised I'd bring her these, but she actually fell asleep while I was out buying the capture card to make this video and all that nonsense. But this scenario leads me into island tip number 5, peace and love. Play the game with respect, spread love, spread positivity. Let's help each other out. Let's make each other feel great. This community is all about being inclusive, being who you are, being creative, and just having fun. So based off those same morals, me and this player made a good relationship. Already an IOU, a favor that I owed her. The trust was there, and that's all because of the way I approach myself in the community, and that's definitely something I think everyone needs to move forward on. Island life bonus tips. Now this is sort of going to piggyback off of tip number 4. Hawk social media for them turnip prices, and I mean hawk it. Do whatever you have to do to get in on them islands, the ones that are priced anywhere from 300 to 600 bells. That's usually what I like to aim for, and once I do get in on these islands, I always leave a tip. Now once in a while you'll run into a cool player that'll be like, hey, don't worry about it, you don't gotta leave nothing at all. I still personally like to tip or leave a gift out of courtesy for hooking me up. Now what that does in the future, if they ever get hiked prices like that again, I just feel like I have better chances of getting back in on that island. Another bonus tip, start flower breeding early on. It's honestly a subject that's pretty complex, at least more complex than I thought. So there's a ton of videos on YouTube. Look it up, do your research, but start breeding flowers early. It's something that I didn't do but should have done since I was taking my time and being patient with the game. So now I'm sort of paying the price for it by playing catch up. And now that I want to start my island remodel, I don't have the flowers I need and want. Before we do wrap up, I want to give a shout out to my homie Ray, who actually invited me over to check out the new kitchen she just finished. She's super proud of it, it looks super dope, and she promised to invite us back over when her island's finished for an island tour. Alright everybody, so that's 5 other island tips you need to do now. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Moving forward, be ready for giveaways and events. You ever want me to come visit your island for a tour? Send me an email or a DM and we'll set it up. Till next time, peace.